Hello everyone, we're back again with Daniel here, who's just topped a regional in London, Derry. We're going to go through his matchups and his deck list. Go ahead, Daniel.
Yeah, so I finished 7th in London Derry with a record of 4-1-1. Disappointed because I definitely could have converted the draw into a win, but my first matchup I played our new teammate, Matthew Brady, on Snake Eyes, the pure variant with Zamina. Round 2 was Memento, which was quite scary, but they don't play hand traps, and if I go uncontested, there's no way to break my board. Game 3 was Rescues, which is always kind of awkward because the traps are really frustrating to deal with this deck. Round 4 was Fire King Snake Eye, which again is a matchup I've tested quite a lot for, and it can be quite scary, but the guy didn't open too great a hand. Round 5 was another Memento, which he opened unplayable game 3, so that was easy enough. And then the final round was to eventual winner Ray, another teammate, on Fiendsmith Snake Eyes, and yeah, I opened unplayable game 3 and wasn't able to use my non-engine to survive, unfortunately. So yeah, we'll go through the list here. So we'll start with the main deck, and of course the tokens and field centers on our new team field center. So we'll go through the Yubel engine first. So pretty standard, we're on the 3 Littlest. It's your best normal summon. We're on the 2 Spirit. I know Pack played 1, but people go after the Spirit quite readily, and it's difficult to play without it, but it does cut down a brick, but I think 2 is correct. And then we're on the 1 Yubel, 1 Terra Incarnate, and the 1 Great Scrimmer. Pretty standard ratios. 2 Great Scrimmers nice, but it's definitely a luxury. We're on 4 Nightmare Thrones. Cards insane. You want to see it as much as possible. Not really much to say about that. This is a bit different, I guess. So I'm on 2 Dark Lightning Beasts and 1 Spirit Gates. This was the ratios that Pack used, and I thought I would try it, and it's because you're playing the Lacrima now, which is an additional normal summon, alongside the Lurie. You just don't want your hand to clog on normal summons going first or second, so it's cutting down a potential clash there. And then our 1-offs in the Yubel engine, we play Nightmare Pain, we play 1 for 1, and then call by for some insulation on the combo. The chain cards, pretty standard. 1 Shavara, and then I choose to play the Abominable so I can link off the reg and leave it in the graveyard. I don't really like the 2 Yama build because you sacrifice some extra utility, so I don't want to use the escape. And then our Fiendsmith engine, we have 3 Engraver. You want to draw it. The Lacrima, which is a pretty good normal summon, and the Lurie. And then I'm on 2 Track, just so we have as much consistency. If we open combinations of these cards, as long as we don't open both Track along with the Engraver, we can still keep the effect live to get it into the graveyard. Because sometimes it's kind of awkward to get out of your hand. Non-engine, I played hand traps. So 3 Ash, 3 Droll. This card was glued to my hand all day, and in round 5 against Memento, I got Draw Phase Proliad. I was able to normal Dark Lightning Beast, add my gates, draw myself, and then go full combo because I had the lowest in hand. And he just handed himself for 1 at that point, so that was really good. And being able to draw yourself in this deck helps a lot to play around the Mulcharmy FUWALOS. Mourner, a bit weird with the timings on Mourner in your turn, but the fact it has no phase restriction like Veiler on main phase, and it also works under Shifter, just give it the edge for me. So it also has the time win con aspect to it, but it didn't really come up. 3 Imperms, and then the last hand traps I played 2 of each. So 2 Nibiru because it's you need to pair it with something, and it's not great into every matchup, and for the same reason Ghost Ogre. Really good at hitting deceptions and other things, but some of the rogue matchups like Memento doesn't really do a whole lot, unfortunately, so these come out. So that's 3, 6, 9, 12, 16 hand traps total, and our deck count is 43, which is about as low as I've been able to get the Yubel deck. So that's the main deck. Extra, nothing too out of the ordinary here. 2 Phantom, I like 3, but I had to give up for some of the spice that's in here. Then chain cards, 1 Yama, 1 Reg. Reg targets, you can make Muckracker and you can make SP Little Knight. And then Fiendsmith engine, we have Requiem, Sequence, Moon, and then we play Agnum Day. This card it's pretty good at helping simplistic game states where if you can only resolve your Fiendsmith engine, you set up a massive Desiree and it helps you win that ground game, which did come up for me. We play the Desiree, obviously, and then the other cards you can make of the sequence are there later, and then I played the neck equip as an additional level 6 body. It didn't come up so much where I was able to get the draw this tournament, but in theory you can get a draw while also comboing, but it has come up where I can convert my Engraver alone into combo. And the last 2 extra cards are the Verdress and the Caesar. Made both of these all tournament long. Caesar's crazy against things like Memento. You just can nearly solo their entire hand with it. Side deck. Red Resonator. Time card that you can send on area later and reborn it back either with Muckracker or the Yama pop. I haven't used it since it's been in there, but it was one of the things I thought I would rather have than be caught looking for it. 3 Cosmics. Again, this is to help respect the Centurion matchup. It also helps in a weird way out Desiree if you're playing against it, because you can remove the sequence that's equipped to it to stop the negates. Generally pretty good. No massive plays with this time. The controversial card in the side deck that not a lot of people are playing at the minute is the Droplet. With the move to Desiree being quite common, and there was quite a lot of things with Kashtira in the room, this card just was able to check the end board, and then I can just play uncontested and win the game from that point onwards. So I think this was actually really good, and it was really good into a lot of the matchups that come up. So in testing, it's been really good into the more rogue matchups, but not so much into the Snag Eyes matchup, and I played quite a lot of Flyers, so this didn't see so much play in them games, but definitely the mental matches. I'm on the Perulia, and this is for the same reason that Pag popularized that with this deck you don't really want them to establish a half board or any board, so you want to hand trap them very early. So this allows you to draw the card on the normal summon or the first couple of stars that they might summon out of their hand to potentially draw into the card to hard stop them there and then. Unlike FUWALOS that you kind of need them to be playing to get any real pluses of it, this allows you to try and get what you need early on to stop them playing at all. And then my going first cards, Judgments, pretty standard. They weren't amazing, but they were pretty good. And then the cards, which if I could open them, would be basic game winners, Anti-Spell and Rivalry. With the Snag Eyes running around and the Kashtira Fiendsmith deck running about, if I can draw this, you turn off half of their hand. And then this auto wins the board breaker tempo matchups. So I didn't see these that much, but I was at the YCS last week in Bologna and drew Rivalry against Exodia, drew Anti-Spell against Fire King Snake Eyes, and they were both insane whenever I've seen them. So got this lovely Blue Eyes mat, but we're now heading into crossover breaker format, so we'll see what the deck holds. There'll be definitely some non-engine changes to try and account for the Ryziel and Malice coming into the format. But big shout outs to the rest of the team for all the testing, for Story for driving us down, and of course our sponsors, 7th Dimension. They have the Black Friday sale on at the minute, and you can make sure to use code Cartel 5 on the website for any further discounts. And until next time, and hopefully another top, thanks for tuning in. See you later.